A North Korean defector was shot while crossing the border. A North Korean border guard briefly crossed the border as well while chasing that defector. The reclusive state has boosted its fortification of the area since then.
North Korea should be informed that this sort of thing should never occur again when local and international media report about this. Shooting towards the south at a defecting person, that's a violation of the armistice agreement.
Well, let's cross live now to Seoul, where Eunice Kim can join us with more. Hi, Eunice. So the defense minister personally visited the joint security area to make this statement. How serious a gesture is that in itself? And what more did he have to say to North Korea?
Well, certainly given the fact that he did cross over to the JSA himself and also brought with him media, is sending a statement. As you heard there from him, he did reiterate a concern previously pointed out by the UN command that Pyongyang did violate a ceasefire accord on November 13th when one of their border guards briefly crossed over the border while in close pursuit of that defecting soldier. Now, he did say this should not happen again, with nearby North Korean soldiers appearing to listen in. The two sides are, of course, still technically at war, but the JSA at the truce village of Panmunjom, generally a very, shall we say, non-eventful, although incredibly tense region with tourists allowed to come and visit as well with military surveillance, of course. But on Monday, reporters were given the opportunity to see the traces of what must have been a very intense time with bullet holes scarring what is called the Freedom House there. Now, one question many did have here in Korea is why it took all of 15 minutes to locate that fallen North Korean soldier, and that defecting soldier, known by his surname Oh, was explained to have been hiding in a ditch along a building, and then that he covered himself with fallen leaves to, of course, stay away from the purview of the North Korean soldiers. But ultimately, they were able to locate him, the South Korean side and the U.S. side, that is, via temperature sensors. O is said to be in stable condition after several rounds of surgeries on his bullet wounds. Meanwhile, soldiers on the Pyongyang side have been seen digging a trench and possibly even planting trees to strengthen their fortification.
So, Eunice, tell us, how badly really have the channels of communication broken down now between the two Koreas, and what will be the next steps now from Seoul's perspective?
Sure. Well, the communication channels, the one official one that we have, has been down ever since last year. So we did hear from the unification minister today, Cho Myung-gon, who said that it was incredibly important to restore these communication channels so to prevent any future action that could potentially lead to a military escalation. He also called on Pyongyang to make intentional steps toward relieving tensions on the peninsula, even going so far as to say that Seoul's offer to boot up talks between separated families of the North and South does remain valid. Now, having said that, officials in Seoul are fully aware that another provocative act could be in the works, and they are certainly closely following intelligence on that.